Okay, as the saying goes,
It must be Tuesday. It
and you
must
know
be
who's in the building? Down in Sports Talk in the building.
yes.
I'm left-handed. That's Yada Bear over there,
What's
aka
going on? What's going
Master,
on?
aka Philly Love in the house. You
All
already know
day.
what it is. AKA Kelly Green.
All day.
We in the building, man. It's another Tuesday night. We going in. We making it happen. We got some things that we want to talk about tonight. You see what it is on the screen right there. Smash that like and subscribe button down
Yes.
in Sports Talk. We may have a major announcement towards the end of the show. All
Mm-hmm.
right. We may have a major announcement towards the end of the show. So hang out with us. Um, you see what it says on the screen right there? All right, that's gonna be our conversation tonight. Um, a majority of it, because we want to go in and we definitely want to hear what the people have to say about it. And there are a lot of different and varying opinions. We waiting for some people to really speak their mind on some things, and some people say like the truth was finally told. Um, Yada Bear is going to give her perspective on it. We was just talking behind the scenes about
Yeah.
Willie D and Stephen A. I'm not really saying it's a war of words. It is going back and forth as people do on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So, Yada, what's good? We'll get your perspective on some things. What's happening in your neck of the woods and all that. And you got the Phillies rocking. Got 12 All Stars on the All Star team. You know what I mean? But everything is everything else. What's going on with you?
Oh man, just chilling. Philly's still in first place. Got my guys back. Kyle Schwarber came back and Bryce Harper from injury. So it's good to have him back. We're just waiting for JT to come back. Right now we're playing the Dodgers. Dodgers here in Philly. It's a hot and steamy one down there at Citizen Bank Park. Um, this is definitely a game that I probably would have went to if it was in maybe June, not July, because it's we're in the middle of a heat wave. Especially
Right.
especially on the East Coast. I know the whole country is
Yeah,
on
it's
blaze.
crazy.
It's right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super crazy. And
Mhm.
like when they said the dog days of summer for baseball, this is one of them dog days of summer games right here, and it's packed at Citizen Bank Park. So I can't imagine the temperature there, but Phillies up 9-1, bottom of the fifth.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Um, our favorite guy that we like to discuss and talk about. You know what I mean? Stephen A. Smith back at it again, but at this time I think he stuck his foot in the wrong proverbial doo doo. You know what I mean? Willie D,
Yeah,
1/3 of the world famous Ghetto Boys. All right, mind playing tricks on me. You know what I mean? All that good stuff right there. He's a person now who takes to the social media thing. You know what I mean? Jumps
mm,
on different platforms and speaks his mind, and very very eloquently. Might I add? Um,
yeah,
some things went down when people had some opinions. And since we're in that social media age, in the social media space where everybody's opinion can be heard, regardless of who you are or where you're from or anything of that nature. Willie D got at Stephen A. And
he got
yeah,
busy.
what's your perspective on this whole scenario? We're gonna go get into it from both sides and definitely have an interesting conversation tonight. But Yada, I'm interested to know what's your thought and perspective on this Willie D and Stephen A scenario. And let's get fly with it
Yeah,
because
well,
we're not beholden to nobody.
yeah, like we were talking, behind the scenes. It's crazy that anytime we bring up OJ Simpson, it's like a hot topic. You
Right.
know, um, if people don't know what happened, BT, gave like a big salute, shout out, to OJ Simpson who passed away, at the BET Awards. They did the whole and remembrance of him. But my thing is, Stephen A. Hopped online and start talking crap about OJ. Oh, he's a murderer. Blah blah blah. the same song and dance anytime OJ name is brought up in anything. And if you want to, be honest, listen, we all know. We know. Okay? But guess what? The court,
If you know, you know.
exactly, but the
Somebody
American
don't
justice system said not guilty.
Right.
Okay? So for all of my, fair skinned people, or all of my, you know, black guys and girls who's more to the right side of things, hey, your justice system said not guilty. So we need to move on, from that. It's crazy that, anytime once someone talks about OJ, that's where we go to first. We don't talk about his accomplishments in college or in the pros. We don't talk about him being, getting 2,000 yards. We don't talk about that, at all. Nobody talks about, how he had one of the most popular commercials that was running all the time on TV with the Hearst commercial. We don't talk about him being an actor, being like one of the only black guys in like Naked Gun. He was in what, three of them. He was also, just he's just OJ.
Right. He was
He's
OJ. Right. Right.
listen.
Right.
He's the first color neutral guy that we all met. Okay, so with Stephen A, going off on his rants like he does, you know, it's slow in the sports world right now. There's no more basketball. The NFL, is not starting up yet. You got waiting for Olympic basketball. So Stephen A don't have nothing to talk about, but he gonna talk about this. So this just shows that, so Stephen A watching the BET Awards. So now we know Stephen A watching the BET Awards, and now we know that anytime that someone mentioned OJ, Stephen A is going to get on the mic or get on Twitter and talk crazy about OJ. But what he didn't expect, and I didn't expect, is Willie D, came from out of the background and basically shut Stephen A down.
Absolutely.
He,
Mm-hmm.
he took what Faison Love had said and went even further with it. Because Faison, digged in Stephen A also. And he had every right to. I'm just tired of his selective outrage. Okay? We I'm just tired of that. And he wouldn't say that to OJ's face. He damn sure ain't gonna say that to Ray Lewis' face.
Ray Lewis. Right. Ray
Okay?
Rice.
They ain't gonna say that to
Mm-hmm.
Ray Rice, that we
Dante
see.
Stallworth.
Thought,
Greg Hardy.
okay,
We talked about it.
Greg
Absolutely.
Hardy. He's
Absolutely.
not gonna say that to these guys that we have video footage of them doing wrong stuff.
Right.
This whole OJ thing, it's speculation. We don't know, you know.
It's innuendo.
Exactly. We don't
I'm
know what
sorry. I'm
really
sorry.
went
I'm sorry.
down at their house. Okay. And again, the court said he didn't do it. So I need Stephen A to back up and chill and just wait, until there's something in the sports world for you to talk about. Because 1 minute, you know, you super pro black on this topic, but we seen in the past, you'll back away and say, oh well, I don't want to talk about that, or I'm not going to go. You always want to say, oh, I'm not going to go that deep into it.
Yeah. Or it's a lot of things I could say, but I'm
Yeah,
not. They be
but
killing me
I'm
with that.
not going
They
to
be
say.
killing me with that, yo.
Yeah, like no. If you want to stand on business on this one guy, then stand on business on
Everybody
every guy.
across the board.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
just don't select. Oh yeah, I'm gonna dig in him, but this guy right here, I can't talk about. I can't talk about it because ESPN and Disney, and
Right.
I gotta make sure I make money, you know, for for my bosses and stuff. Like bro, like get out of here. It's so crazy that I just can't really listen to anything that this man says, outside of if we're talking about sports, and even with that, I can't even really bang him like that because he just be jumping all over the place. He don't stand on business or anything. He's steady moving. He goes with the masses.
Right.
If they say this, he's over there. If everybody on this side, then he over there. I just can't bang with Stephen A. like that.
This dude, Stephen A. Smith, been walking up to the line and then running away from it for a long time. This dude, Stephen A. Smith, like you said, Yada, he's very selective about who he goes at. He's very selective about what he says. He'll set it up like he about to go in, like he about to go hard body. He'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm coming off vacation. Tune into my podcast. I'm gonna let everybody know how I really feel." No, you're not. You're gonna let everybody know how you feel to a certain extent and certain degree.
Yeah, my favorite thing is he'll say, "Bring the camera closer."
Yeah,
bring the
you know
camera,
what I mean?
bring it in. Like, get out of here, man.
And here's the thing that kind of bugged me out about this whole thing. When Stephen A. was talking, he was like really going hard in the paint at Faison Love, Faison Love from the Friday, movies and other movies and things of that nature. He's from the hood. He's us, part of us. Yeah. He's talking like in a way where we could understand. He was articulating his point, but in a way that we understood what he was talking about. When it came to Willie D, Stephen A.'s whole demeanor changed. I'm not scared of you. I know who you are. And Willie D kind of like backslapped that point, like saying, "Yo, you don't got to be scared of me."
Yeah, he took it somewhere else. Like, why? Like
he was taking it to a whole other situation when it came to Willie D.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's what, to add on to your point, it's kind of like Stephen A. kind of hypes up the set.
He does.
He's the dude that does the carnival barker. He does all the talking and all of that. Q Burrow, much respect to Queen, salute. You know what I mean? All of that. You ain't thorough like that, B. You really not. Because to solidify my point, which is based in fact, not based on opinion, so knock it off. You won't even say what you would do if you were faced with those consequences.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we already know where your bread is buttered, yo. You're gonna say everything to get people riled up, and then when it's time to show and prove, oh, I was just playing. Oh, I was just speaking my mind. Oh, I gotta get the clickbait. Oh, I gotta get people to tune in. Tune into what? You yelling and screaming about who you are in this whole grand scheme of things, the social media, the world of sports, just talking about who you are. Talking about OJ. Like, I get it. And we all get it. We know what Chris Rock say. I don't agree, but I understand.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, and Stephen A. going hard in the paint at OJ after he's gone, which is kind of foul.
It is. He can't defend himself. You talking all this trash about him. The man's not here.
Right.
To defend his name.
And I think OJ, from what I recollect and see and observe, OJ would have been with the sugar honey iced tea. He would have been with it.
Yeah.
So again, salute to Cam and Mason. Them, they mess with OJ hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had him on their show, and he was definitely a part of that. He was doing his thing. He was staying active, and salute to him for that. So for me, Willie D's whole point was, you try to tear this man down and minimize his accomplishments and what made him OJ in the first place.
Exactly.
He
never brings up his accomplishments. He never brings it up.
And again, he never brings up his accomplishment, just like those clear people.
Yeah.
He would never bring up the accomplishments just like those clear people. You understand? So I think Willie D came at it from a perspective. He said everything that I was thinking, everything, from the point of the matter of, yo, I'm not here to be on it like that. I'm a man from a like you a man.
Yeah.
And then he's talking about his revenue streams. What about his revenue streams? That's that man's business. You know what I mean? So you're trying to rock everybody to sleep with all this other stuff, but when it comes down to the point, you don't really want to talk to that. You want to talk to you want to talk around it. And so you ran into somebody that's going to talk to the point and can articulate it just as well as you. And like Willie D said, I don't really need to use those 4 or 5 syllable words, but you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
And the bottom line is, Yada Bear, this is Down and In Sports for the time being. The point being is that, yeah, Stephen A., you got your audience. You got millions and millions and millions of people hanging on to every word you say.
Millions.
And some of them treat it like it's the gospel. I don't have millions and millions of people hanging on to what I say, but I'm satisfied and I'm comfortable with the audience that I do have.
Yeah.
You dig? So again, whatever you say is being grandiose. What up, Win? Whatever you say is being grandiose. You're doing it for the looks. You're doing it for the clicks. You're doing it for ESPN. You're doing it so ESPN can get that bread when it's time to re-up your contract. We know. We see right through you, plastic man. We see through you, Stephen A. Smith. We see right through you. And I've been saying this for you. And you know why? I come from this from a personal perspective. I talked to Stephen A. Smith on a number of occasions. And again, it's like I'm talking to somebody where I'm going to be who I am, period. Now you got to convince me of who you think that you try to tell everybody that you are. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt when, that's how I felt when I was talking to Stephen A. Face to face. Look at him in his eyes like, yo, we talking. Whoop-de-woo. And he telling me that nonsense about how the Brooklyn Nets going to steal New York City from the Knicks. I knew right then he was full of nonsense. As soon as he said that, I was like, oh, this dude is that. Knock it off. Right? But again, in the context of where we were in the situation, all I could do was give him the face, Win Walker. You know what I mean? All I could do was give him the face. So at the end of the day,
give him the face.
This dude just got, exposed. I think we got Win Walker in the house. We're gonna definitely get his perspective on things. And I think he definitely got, exposed, and Willie D is the right person to do it. Win Walker, what's good with you, Playboy?
Hey, what's good? What's good? Having a lot of technical difficulties. I guess that storm is messing a lot of stuff up. I was trying to come up to the show earlier, but Willie D had it on point. Everything he said sound like, and I ain't trying to ride no coattail. It sound like R.M. Des. You know what I'm saying? It sounds just like you, Lefty. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly the stuff you've been saying. Exactly how you would say it. He came on that platform and he just chewed that man up in little pieces
and spit him out.
And spit him back out. Bottom line, what America wants to say to him.
No, that's true.
Absolutely, and again, we can close the show on that because absolutely, he said exactly what people like myself, my Code D over there, my big bro right there, what we thinking.
Yeah,
and we don't have the audience to say how we feel, because again, when we speak our minds and we speak our opinions are based on fact and our opinions are based on truth. Nobody wants to hear that. They want to hear a whole bunch of nonsense about I ain't scared of you and I do this and I do that, I do the third.
Which was wild to me. I'm looking at Stephen A. I'm like, why are you talking about you're not scared of this man? He's
right. Where'd that come from?
Where'd that come from?
You didn't say you wasn't scared of face on.
He didn't say anything threatened towards you, like he's gonna come beat you up, anything like that. Right. He was having a conversation, having a dialogue about individual.
He wouldn't say it to Shannon Sharp.
Going hard on.
He wouldn't say that to Shannon Sharp.
I mean the Shannon Sharp. I don't. All right. So I don't know the Shannon
I
Sharp.
don't know.
But like I'm just saying, man, like Stephen A is kind of known for that. And again, I think it's more about being loud and this is feeling like you got your foot on everybody's neck. Nobody wants to hear anything from anybody else except for you. You know what I mean?
The reason
You don't talk to represent us. You talk that good Queens, and I'm from the hood, and I'm grew up around running them. And
now, my case in point, that when I said that he wouldn't say that to Shannon Sharp because he wanted to get a rise out of Willie D and show that this dude's a thug and I'm not scared of you and this and that, but Shannon Sharp is another announcer, and he knows the guidelines of this little game that they all play. You know what I'm saying? It's like when old boy told the dude from the Breakfast Club, he said, "Hey, you play games. You be on this radio to play games. Don't play games with me." You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I didn't want to say no names, but yeah,
shout out to Beanie Siegel, man. Shout out to Philly. You guys, you got to big up Beanie. Philly's in the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Philly's in the building, but he hit the nail on the head. He said, "Don't play with me. You play games on this radio in the morning. I'm not here to play no games. Some people keep it real." And some people, this is all they little carousel, they little game that they play. You know what I'm saying? Amongst each other. And Willie D came on there with the hard body karate and say, "I ain't playing no games." Straight up.
He hit him with the Ryan Garcia with the Tank Davis Ryan Garcia body shot. He hit him with the body blow. You know what I mean? And shook him up. Where we at, Yada? In as far as to me, this was an example of two different, how do I say it, Browski? Two different urban perspectives, if you know what I mean.
I mean, yeah, you can say urban. I'll say what I said. You got a coon talking bad about another coon who's no longer with us. And
coon on coon violence.
Coon on coon crime, but OJ's no longer here to defend himself. So why can't we just keep all of that?
And I believe OJ would have taught Stephen A. new one.
No, I believe it. I believe he would have, and I don't think Stephen A. probably would have said anything. If OJ was still around, if like BT did something for him on the awards, like if he was at the awards,
right? If they would have presented him with right.
I don't think he would have said anything, but whatever. I'm tired of Stephen A.
Yeah,
let's move on to the next.
This is who these young guys are looking up to. These young cats who want to do the journalism thing, who want to do the sports journalism, who want to do just journalism, period. You know what I mean? How you present yourself and how you make everything known, make your knowledge born is basically how people perceive you, right? So when Stephen A. first came on the scene, like back the cold pizza days and all that, if you go back that far, my only gripe with Stephen A. was that he was had his head buried in the thesaurus and the dictionary. It wasn't like he was talking to you. It was like he was talking at you.
I mean, he kind of still do that right now.
Hold up, Browski, 1 second. Using these words that he probably didn't think we understood. So who was he trying to impress his verbal acumen towards? It wasn't towards us. Because he wasn't talking to us. He was trying to talk over our heads. Don't play with me. So now, from the basketball situation where he was settled in, he's a basketball dude. And I give him all the respect in the world for that. But when you start to divvy off and other stuff, and I've had conversations with Stephen A. Smith about baseball, he can't mess with me, period. And I'm going to repeat it. Put the camera up close. Stephen A. Smith can't mess with me when it comes to talking baseball. And I'll hang out with him talking basketball. I go far back as he go. Right? So, the reason why I even brought that up is because the dude had respectability value. Everybody rocks with Stephen A. Stephen A. is the truth. Stephen A. is that dude. But when he started veering off towards other things and believing his own hype, and he's the man at ESPN, and he put on all these women and made these women big names, and he's the big man, and he can say this, he must have forgotten that he was taken off the air.
Yeah.
For being loose.
Oh yeah, he forgot.
See, that's why us OGs in this game, we're so viable, we're so needed, we're so necessary, because we can go back. When you're talking at these fresh baby breaths and you pontificating and you talking about the Dallas Cowboys and how you hate them and how Jerry Jones is your man and how you wake up in the morning thinking about how you're going to make your boss more money and all that stuff like that, that resonates. But it resonates with us differently than how it resonates with the other people. You're not talking to try to educate and edify us. You try to talk to protect your domain.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me get big one time. Windwalker, Yada Bear, we're in the building. Yada Bear and Windwalker, we've been riding through this whole thing. We talked about J.J. Redick when it first came up, about how J.J. Redick was going to be the next coach of the L.A. Lakers. Couldn't believe it.
Couldn't believe it.
And what I said back then was the only reason J.J. Redick was getting a look, Bowski, was because he was tearing Stephen A. ass up on First Take.
No,
he was tearing Stephen A. up.
He was
tearing Stephen A. up. And did Stephen A. come with the same fervor and the same ferocity as he came at Faison Love and Willie D?
No.
And J.J. Redick was sitting across the desk from him. And J.J. Redick was tearing him up every morning.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like you said, Yada Bear, at the beginning. He picks his spots. What Dave Chappelle said, you got to pick the spots.
Yeah.
But the spots that he be picking is landmines. Because you know why? It's cats like Willie D. Cats like Lefty Nice. Cats like Yada Bear, pardon me. Cats like Windwalker. Cats that really talk the real to this. I'm not talking to get you to agree or like what I said. I'm talking to you so you can investigate and do your own knowledge. Because everybody's opinion is not the same. Everybody's not going to walk away from this saying, oh, yeah, well, they was right, and Stephen A. is this, and Stephen A. is the third. No. Because all some people know is they get their sports information and apparently other information from Stephen A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy to me. Put the camera up close. Which is crazy to me. So, again, we here. We in the building. You know what I mean? We're going to spit to it because, we got like 5 parking spaces outside. You understand?
Yeah.
So for me, I don't have to worry about protecting nothing, watching how I walk, watching how I talk, watching what I say. I'm not going to jump out the window because I really don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
What's understood don't need to be explained. It really don't. We've been saying this about Stephen A. for the longest. He always put his foot in his mouth. But he'll always tell you he's the man. If it ain't for him, if it wasn't for him, and this, that, the third, come to the hood and pontificate.
He ain't doing that.
You know what I mean? I that's how I feel. I mean, anybody else can pick up the mic and do what they do, but that's just how I feel about it right there.
He's not coming to the hood.
This is an open forum. You protected here, baby. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Ain't nobody come and snatch your spot. They ain't gonna take you away. They ain't gonna just suspend you. None of that. Speak your mind.
Come sit down and kick your shoes off and let it go.
And relax. And see, I'm gonna talk because I ain't scared. I don't care about this, right? For me, it's like either you gonna speak the truth or you gonna toe the line. And I think Stephen A is towing the line, and he thinks that he's speaking the truth. He's talking to those sheltered cats who don't go outside, who get all their knowledge from Stephen A. Smith, and then they go outside and repeat what he said, and think that they know something, or they put you on the game. Absolutely,
they wake up and listen to Sports Center.
There's sharks in the building, like myself. There's sharks in the building. Sharks is in the water. If you want to bring the conversation, let's get it cracking. And like Yada Bear said, OJ had, and still does, and still to this day has an aura. Okay, so us old heads like myself, we can go back to when OJ had 2,003 yards. When OJ was on the 49ers.
Yeah.
Speak it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Speak
a lot
it.
of you fresh baby breaths don't know OJ Simpson played for the 49ers.
Speak it.
A lot of you fresh baby breaths don't know the name of the offensive line that OJ Simpson ran behind.
Speak
it's called the Electric Company because OJ was the juice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Speak it.
A lot of you, and I'm not saying it to put you down. It just is what it is. A cat like myself, we can have a conversation and chop it up. A cat like Stephen A will not tell you that stuff. And if he does tell you, he's going to talk down to you. Why you didn't know that? I know this about OJ and you don't.
Let me interject. Can I interject a little bit?
Uh-huh.
Check this out. Growing up, and I don't want to talk about my life and everything. Growing up, me and my little brother right there, Lefty Nice. In the mornings, it would bewilder me why I wake up and I'm trying to get some cereal. He wake up with the newspaper looking at the sports scores, going down every box score. He used to do this religiously every day. He had to have the sports section. He had to read the sports section. He had to see what was going on in the sports section. This ain't nothing new. He's a real shark. You know what I'm saying? This is before it was First Take. Before it was pie and peace in the morning and all that. He do this every day as we was growing up. I'm telling you the truth. This is what I seen, not heard. This is what I seen. And he could tell you box scores. He could tell you averages. He on the dime. This ain't nothing new. He been doing this for years. So, hey, you better get your pencil and paper ready. If you coming hard, Stephen A, you better get your knowledge together. For real.
And again, salute, man. There's no lies detected. No lies detected at all.
Tell them the truth.
And listen, again, and my thing is not to be trying to be on no comparison thing, but it's real cats out here that have real conversations because we don't have to basically, how you say, Kimmy, color inside the lines. We could go outside the lines a little bit.
Outside the lines.
You know what I mean? And talk to it from a real perspective. That's why we can have sports conversations for hours. And we got different eras in the building. You know what I mean? We had a conversation about a month ago. Who was our favorite greatest living baseball player? That was a dope conversation because it spanned eras. You know what I mean? Yeah. So again, at the end of the day, man, Stephen A, you know, we'll be back again talking about something crazy that Stephen A said.
It's not gonna be the last time.
Trust and believe. We'll be back again. But definitely Willie D. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, Willie. Salute Harlem Fresh. I see you, man. I see you, Harlem Fresh. I see you. Big T, I see you. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. It's just a thing, man. This dude just likes to keep his name in people's mouths on a not so. We're not bigging him up. Stephen A needs to be bigged up because after his situation, his story is told and finished and over with, where he turns into the Michael Wilbon, if you know what I'm saying. He turns into the OG, right? How are people gonna choose to deal with Stephen A? With reverence or with pause? Because you don't know how he's gonna come at you. If you come at him like JJ Redick did and you ain't got no cachet, you out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it again. Put my face in the camera. If you come at Stephen A and he don't like it, you out of here. So again, it's been proven on many different occasions that this dude likes to control the narrative, likes to be the big man on campus. If it wasn't for me, and you never heard of Monica McNutt until she came on First Take. That's crazy. That's how these fresh baby breaths say it, Yada. That's literally crazy. Literally.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's wild style. You know what I mean? And again, Willie D, salute. I'm gonna listen to my mind playing tricks on me 5 times before I go to sleep tonight. Rest in peace, Bushwick.
Yeah.
Scarface, you already know, big homie.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And again, Willie D, if you don't know Willie D, do your homework. Because Willie D put the beats on Grandmaster Melly Mel once upon a time. if you go back in your hip hop, you know Willie D put the beats on put the beats on him, son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, Yada, we in the building, man. Down and In Sportstalk. We got an announcement towards the end of the show, but we just wanted to talk about this situation right now because again, Stephen A knows where his bread is buttered, and apparently we don't, because we can say whatever we feel like saying. You know what I mean? Because again, we're not beholden to nobody. Stephen A got to protect his assets, and we get it. But don't come over here talking that nonsense. To quote, to paraphrase that yada yada yada. No pun intended. And think that that's gonna fly over here, because you got people that know the deal. Let me put my face in the camera. You got people that know the deal. And Willie D, I subscribe to his channel, bro. I watched that whole thing. And Willie D spoke to every point. And he was talking about, well, how Stephen A is insinuating that, this is my only revenue stream. Willie D was like, yo, my God, what's going on? Just because I'm not beating you in the head with it, I'm doing my thing. And then he said, I know you checking me out. Because you see what I do on my little TikToks and Instagram, and you see the people that I represent. And so you say it to yourself, Stephen A, that, oh, yeah, he must be getting money. Willie D been getting money. Willie D's an advocate for us. Somebody in this picture, Willie D, Stephen A, ESPN, social media, YouTube, is not talking in the benefit of us. And we're going to let y'all figure it out. And get at me. I'm on Twitter. It's this right now, at RMDesk. That's my code D right there. You don't want no problems. You won't have to have me call out my code D in the house. You don't want no problems. You know where I'm at. You know where I be. Then I got the big homie right there.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
All right. We're in the building, man. Down in Sports Talk, man. We're gonna get off of this, man. Talk about something else, something more pleasant. You know what I'm saying? It's the summertime, man. Summertime vibes. Brasky, where you at with yours as far as the summer is concerned, yo?
Oh, it's hot. This is right here the time of the year where it's like, geez, like where is the relief? But the one thing that I did want to talk about was that fight.
Oh yeah, okay.
And how people are complaining about how boring the fight was. And talking about the last fight. It was a snooze fest. And we talked about, what we wanted to see in that fight, and he didn't give it to me. It was another
Nope.
snooze fest. It was crazy. And
I'm not impressed.
he made a statement stating that, he's a defense fighter. Well, we've seen great defensive fighters. Look at Floyd. Floyd is the one of the greatest defensive fighters out there, but we never sat here and said that fight was boring. Like a Floyd fight was boring. Shakur didn't give me anything. He didn't show me anything new. It was the same old, same old. I wanted to see him, get some work in, show me some combinations. Show me, show me that you can dominate this guy. And people was literally falling asleep watching
Yep.
the fight in the crowd. It was, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's his team. I don't know if it's his trainers. I don't know if it's the fighters that he decided to fight. I don't know if it's just him. I don't know if he's uninterested in fighting anymore. It's like you don't see the passion. You don't see the desire. You don't see the hunger. It's like he's okay where he's at. Like he don't want to get better. He just, oh, okay, I'm cool where I'm at right here. I don't need to, to 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 extend, higher. I'm fine right here. And it was very disappointing. Um I don't think I want to see another Shakur
Oh
Stevenson
damn!
fight,
Oh damn!
and unless he's fighting somebody, that's notable, like a Tank or a Lomo or a Devin. Like I just can't. I can't with him anymore. And it came to the point where a guy in Frank Martin who just got knocked out was talking trash to him too. Was like, this is boring. And I'm looking. I'm like, yeah. You know what? This is very boring. I'm like, Frank, you got knocked out, but I gotta agree with you. This fight's boring. It was a snooze fest, and he gotta do better. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it's the team. Well, and you know that he's not with Top Rank anymore, so he's a free agent. So maybe go somewhere else, and I don't know. It's something got
You
to
know,
change.
I know. Check this out.
What is it?
Shakur Stevenson. I was at an event. I watched the beginning of the fight. Got back to the crib. I tried to. I was, feeling some kind of way, if you know what I mean. Wink, 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 wink.
Uh-huh.
Wait, wait.
So I tried to watch the fight, lay it down, and
Put you to sleep.
it was terrible.
Yeah, it put you to sleep.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna say this to your point, a counterpoint to your point. Remember when we talked about before this fight? I said, well, what do people want? What is going to be the median point that people are going to say, okay, Shakur is the truth, and he's back now? Is he going to knock this dude out in the first round? Is he going to get some rounds in? Remember we talked about that, Yado? Is he going to get some rounds in? What is he going to do?
Yeah.
I feel like Shakur did what he needed to do, but put my face in the camera. You should have did way more, my guy. The way you talk doesn't really match what you bring into the fights. Again, understood that your defensive thing and you do what you do, but you talk about like I'm the best, nobody wants this, and they can't hang with this, and my skills are special, and we supreme, and we superb, and this, that, and that. We hear you. We don't see it. Because right now, if you ask me, Tank or wipe the floor with Shakur Stevenson.
Oh.
Can I say something?
Isaac Pitbull Cruz would be all over Shakur Stevenson.
6 rounds easy. 6 rounds easy. You want to go back to 6 rounds?
5.
Shakur
You know what?
would
I
have
was
to-
going to say 5, but we all know Tank starts out slow. That's why I said 6.
Shakur would have to do work against Riley Romero. Because
Yeah.
at least Riley Romero gonna bring the fight.
Yeah.
Any of those dudes, you name them. I'm looking at Shakur like you're looking funny in the light, dog. I mean, again, at the end of the day, with the fight with the distance, you got your rounds in, but none of those rounds were memorable. You didn't dominate. It was like, oh, well, remember, we can go back to other fights. We'll say in the 3rd round, he da-da-da-da-da-da. None of that. You was putting people to sleep.
I can't remember anything that happened during that fight.
I can't remember. Nope.
I can't remember.
Only thing I can remember, only thing I can remember distinctly from that fight, this fight that we just watched Saturday night, Shakur Stevenson, was that his gloves and his boxer shorts was the same color as the jersey in the American League when you get ready to watch the All-Star game next week.
Yeah, I thought that.
That's
Yeah,
the only thing I can remember
too.
from that fight.
The only thing that
jersey and his gloves was the same color as the American League jerseys that's going to be on in the All-Star game next Tuesday night in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah.
Watch.
You know what I remember? The only thing I remember at that fight is it went 12 rounds like the last fight. And let's see. Also, I remember his grandfather saying, "Man, I want to see you do something. I want to see you beat his ass. I want to see you kick his ass.
Yeah.
You ain't doing nothing. Kick his ass."
And you know what was troubling? I'm glad you brought that up, big bro. I'm glad you brought that up, big bro. What was troubling to me too is you see the back and forth between him and his grandfather, and between the rounds. When his grandfather was trying to talk to him, and he was like, he wasn't really trying to hear that.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. Let's go, Browski.
With the team, it's like he's not listening to his team, and it's like he's telling you, like, yo, be more aggressive.
Yeah,
go combination.
Yeah.
You got him.
At this guy.
You got basically get this bum up out of here.
Yes, get this guy. Like we shouldn't. He's like. It's the 7th round. Why are we still here?
Right. We late for the club. We wait for the after party.
Like, why are we still here? Like every round, I'm looking. I'm like, wow. I'm like, this is the 7th round.
So where are we at? Where are we at with Shakur right now? On some real or real. Where are we at with Browski? Where you at with Shakur?
He's not even.
Top 10.
He's not in my top 5, my top 10.
Wow.
Nope.
It might be like it's given. Like I said, it's given uninterested. It's given. I think I'm better than what everybody else thinks. I know what I'm doing. I'm okay where I'm at. That's what it's given. It's given like I don't want to be the best. I think I'm already the best, and I'm not going to fight the best because now who you going to fight and what promotion you want to fight under? You done with Top Rank. You done with Top Rank now. So we gonna go PBC.
I mean, that might be a positive thing as far as he's concerned. You know, where he's a promotional free agent now, where he can kind of like pick and choose his spots. But the next spot that you pick and choose, homie,
I think
it's gonna have to definitely be some. It can't be an ESPN fight.
No, it definitely can't be. And I think him being a free agent is actually worse for him.
Why you say that?
Because he's going to pick the lesser talent. Because he want to keep the O. That's what it is. He want to keep the O. So with him being a free agent, him can pick and choose. He ain't going to fight Tank. He ain't going to fight Momo. He probably not even going to fight Frank Martin. He probably won't even fight Riley Romero right now. It's crazy because you want to pick and choose who you want to fight. I think that's why he probably going to stay a free agent, and then it's going to be whack.
And you know what else?
Again, on the other side of that, though, again, I think if he's going to pick, people that are going to be beneath him and his talent level, allegedly what he brings to the table, then that's an indictment on him. You know what I mean? Step your game up. We've seen you against these these other fighters who are so highly respected and highly rated, and you really just kind of like got by on your talent and name alone. So now let's see you in the ring against somebody who's going to bring the fire to you. Be it a Frank Martin, or be it a Devin Haney, or be it a Lomachenko, or be it a, you know what I mean? Again, so the value that you had a year ago is not the same value that you got now. It's less dramatically, son.
But you know what? What was so funny to me? Two of those announcers, one of them was keeping it real. The black guy was keeping it real. Yeah, but the other two, they was trying to butter it up. Well, he's going to fight the way that his opponent, he's going to change his level for each opponent. He's going to fight differently, and he didn't have to expand that much power or show that much stuff against this opponent. When he goes against the next opponent, if he's a greater opponent, that was really crazy to me. And put my face, that's trash. and put my face in the camera. Man, when you fight, you're supposed to knock somebody on their pockets at least once.
That's right.
At least.
When you the top ranked guy.
There were more questions than answers in regards to Shakur Stevenson. I'm not really, on that note where it's like, okay, he's ready for the next level and things of that nature. Again, he's really kind of regressed, if you ask me, and do it for lack of motivation in the opponents that you're fighting. That's not on top rank no more. Now it's on you. So let me talk to you like Avon Barksdale was talking that Stringer Bell. Right? You thought you was going to come in here and sell them wolf tickets like Stephen A. Smith and just think that you're going to get by and people not going to pay attention that you're not proving what you're trying to show. And people not going to say nothing about it. Well, it's three people right here in this little box right here that's letting you know. On no uncertain terms, you're not happy, not satisfied, you need to step your game up. Straight like that. Ain't no other way to put it, B. You know what I mean? What we tell you about playing with the weirdos? Huh?
Yeah.
Top right, so you coming from a mile away, nigga. That was paraphrasing Avon Barksdale. You like how I did that, right? But anyway, for real, man. Shakur, your next fight, it gotta be a barn burner, baby. It gotta be at least a 79-99 joint. At least.
I don't see it happen.
Be on ESPN, son. You can't be fighting Carl the Luke Williams. You can't do it.
I don't see it happening.
I mean, again, man, I'm trying to hold out hope for you, my dude.
You can't fight Tony Babyface Williams.
Back-to-back fights. This is back-to-back fights that we getting this.
You know
12 rounds back to back.
We are in the building. Real quick, we're gonna do summertime vibes, and we got an announcement. We might go into overtime, but we're gonna get some summertime vibes. Win Walker, what's good with you, man? What's your summer looking like so far, B?
Hey man, let me tell you about my summertime vibe that I want to pull out the hat. Rick Ross and Adrian Broner kicking it together. That's the funniest summertime vibe I've had all summer.
All right.
Hey, let me put my face into the cameras. Both of y'all can't fight, so y'all need to hang out with each other. But maybe both of y'all together can whoop Drake's homeboys, OVO, or Rick Ross. Maybe you can be in his corner and help him get a fight that he can win. I don't understand it. And y'all hanging out at a club. I hope no fight broke out at the club because both of y'all gonna get knocked out.
I think a lot of people get things misconstrued and stuff like that. Because first of all, I don't know, Canada like that. You know what I mean? How they function and what goes on. But I know one goddamn thing for sure. I know Vancouver ain't nowhere near the 6. I know that. And I also know that if you're in somebody else's neck of the woods, you don't play the song that, you know what I mean, kind of like will bring heat to the situation. And Rick Ross, Officer Ricky Rose, your pedals got pulled, your thorns got stepped on, and nobody believes you. Adrian Broner, you got knocked out by a dude who bought a dummy. You got knocked out by a ventriloquist.
Right.
Rick Ross got jumped by a bunch of those clear people. He probably didn't see him. He got jumped by a bunch. It was dark. You couldn't see him. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, work it out for him. But Adrian Broner, this dude bought the ventriloquist dude brought the dummy to all the press conferences and told you what he was going to do, and went out there and did. And now you pop up in the joint with Rick Ross, impressing people with your delusions of grandeur.
Man, that's my summertime vibe.
You like what I did. Delusions
of grandeur. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're in the building, man. Down and In Sportstalk. Allegedly, we are in the building. Hey, Browski, I'm gonna let you call the shot. We gonna get down on it, or we gonna make the announcement? It's on you.
I mean, I feel like we could do a little bit of both because it is something I want to get down on.
Right,
and I'm glad my man Win Walker is here because this is kind of coming. I gotta ask you a question. When I gotta ask you a question, I'm getting down on how many games is Bronny James gonna play in this summer? I'm gonna play one.
He played one. He played one.
Put his college average up there, 4 points, and now he out. So how many
definitely
gonna play in Vegas? We're gonna see him in one game. Put up 4 points. And now he's done.
Hey, one game and out.
4 points of his career.
Hey, one and out. One and out.
He said, "Listen, I'm gonna give you exactly what I gave UFC. I'm gonna give you these 4 points." And
first game. That's what he did at UFC. His first game was 4 points.
He gave you his college average, and now he's done for the rest. Is he done? Like, I need to know how many summer league games we're gonna see because it's crazy that the summer league just started, right? And he's the face of the summer league, not the number 1 overall pick, not the number 2 pick. The guy from the second round that got picked, number 55?
55th.
Second round.
5'5".
Played 1 year at UFC, averaged 4 points, played 1 game in summer league.
Could you really consider that a year?
I'm sorry. Okay, he played a handful of games at UFC, averaged 4 points, played 1 summer league game. Oh, not even played 1 summer league. Hold on. He got a guaranteed contract.
Guaranteed.
And your coach said he has earned
a spot.
I don't know how he earned. He has earned a spot on the team. And then he played in his 1 summer league game where he scored 4 points in the first quarter.
They saving him.
And now he's done.
Hey. Let me tell you the truth. They saving him for the play-in tournament.
Oh.
That's the best answer I heard all day. That's the best answer I heard all day.
You saved him for the play-in tournament?
That's the best answer I heard all day. They saved him for the play-in tournament. We got to put that on the Facebook page. Absolutely. Win Walker got the quote of the day.
Lord.
But yeah, man, you're absolutely right, Bowski. I mean, again, what else he got to do? He ain't really got to do nothing. All he got to do is show up. He's getting an NBA check now. You know what I mean?
Hey, his daddy just bought him a brand new Mercedes.
With the NASA's,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey.
The one thing I'll say.
Go ahead, Kim.
at least the Holiday Boys play, okay? You know, all three of them play.
The Morris brothers.
The Morris brothers, the Lopez brothers.
Yes.
Lopez, right? They play.
Okay.
Right.
The balls.
Right. The balls. That's
the
right.
Balls, they
Right.
play too, but
Yes.
now Bronny is going to be on that list with the Nassers at the end of the bench clapping for his dad.
Right. Him
Right.
and Giannis Antetokounmpo gonna be battling for camera time. But listen, man, we in the building. Down in Sports Talk, like
Yeah.
you know, we like to embrace things as they come, and we like to do things in our own unique way. We're talking behind the scenes to the Cody right there, Yada Bear, and she's a proponent of, you know, keeping things fresh, you know what I mean, and coming from a new hype perspective. So down in Sports Talk, the minds here at the Down in Sports Talk situation, Yada Bear, myself, and MC Win Walker, we're thinking about doing something different and coming different around the time when football season starts. Thinking about a name change. Down in Sports Talk, it serves its purpose. We got all kind of throwback merch. We got throwback merch already, right? And we want to know what you guys thought. You know what I mean? Good, bad, or indifferent. If you had ideas about, you know, what we should call the show, I have a couple of ideas. You already know, right? I'm quite sure Yada Bear has been messing around with a couple of ideas, and I know Win Walker, once he builds with the chalice, he'll come up with a couple of ideas. But we're seriously considering it, and we're trying to do it by the start of football season, definitely. So stay tuned. All right, we're gonna have a name change. We're gonna flip the script on y'all a little bit. So that means Queen V will be getting some more work. All right. So
Yeah.
we're gonna send some more work towards Queen V's way. So we're in the building, man. Down in Sports Talk. We talk it like we talk it, and we definitely walk it like we walk it. Put my face in the camera. We walk it like we walk it. You understand? Yada Bear's in the house. Win Walker's in the house. I am left-handed, right? And get at me on Twitter at RMDesk, which is this right now. You already know the vibes. Next Tuesday night, one of the nights I enjoy, and I don't know why we always catch the Major League Baseball All-Star game on a Tuesday night.
We do.
We're gonna be doing some play-by-play of the All-Star game coming to you live from Arlington, Texas next Tuesday night, and you'll get to see those jerseys.
Yeah, you know what? I like the National League jerseys.
The National League jerseys is all right.
I like the blue. I said, the American League jerseys. I was like,
I don't know what's going on with them.
I was like, the color choice for this is a little weird. Right. I was like, but the National League jersey.
Yeah, the National League one is kind of all right. I could live with that
one of those.
I could live with the National League. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, before we get up out of here, definitely shout out to Angel Reese. You know what I mean? All-time double-double. She probably double-doubling as we speak. Salute to Angel Reese, right?
Movie of the year.
Salute to Lewis Hamilton, F1 driver. We don't really talk about that a lot on the show, but when it happens, we like to pick it up. All right. Salute to everybody, man, that's rocking out. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe. It's hot out there, yo. Like
super hot.
Fish grease, chicken grease. It's blazing hip hop and R&B outside, man.
It's blazing.
Absolutely. It's hot. So again, stay safe, stay cool, stay hydrated. I'm sorry. Stay hydrated. See what I did there? You see what I did there, Win?
I see what you
hydrated.
You gotta stay hydrated and all that. And we in the building. Again, we're gonna do some moving and shaking, moving some furniture around, changing some things, switching some things up. We will be coming at y'all more often. Yeah, that's solid. We will be coming at y'all twice. Who knows? Maybe 3 times a week. We might do some
never know. We might just pop out. You know,
we might just pull up. You know what I mean? So again, I'm left-handed, right? That's Yada Bear over there. That's Win Walker right there. Don't go nowhere, y'all.
Yo.
Down and In Sportstalk, y'all, for the time being.
For the time
We'll
being.
Right. We'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Get ready for
USA
some Olympic
team gotta bring back
basketball.
their goal. It's gonna be a problem. Anthony Edwards said it's on me, cousin.
Yeah.
I'm the man. All right?
I like the way
Basketball.
I like the way Anthony and Embiid is playing. Now that's what I like to see.
Now we got to turn the show off. Bye bye.
Nah,